What up? How's it going? Hey, I don't want anybody to misconstrue what I'm saying about these episodes. They are the ones who have been deemed basically responsible for carrying on life. Now, the problem with that is the power has been taken from them and given to people who have a say that don't know what they're talking about, don't know what they're doing, and they're using the Bible to sort of like just wrangle the handmaids, right? And it's everyone's working in unison to keep these women down in their place. So that last scene in the last episode, that was a powerful scene because that was her taking back control of her body. 1, 2, it's her taking control back of her situation. 3, it's her making a choice, right? And y'all, anybody who been with me since the beginning, some of y'all been with me since Lovecraft Country, some of y'all since Westworld. Listen, my thing is a good plot can only take you so far. The characters, if they are just lame and they're not layered and they're just base and they're not they're just there to go along with the plot, that's lazy. This isn't lazy to me so far, right? I don't know how it's going to go. Hey, let's go ahead and start this next episode. I think I'm on episode 6, The Handmaid's Tale.
Once, actually, twice for him. 2 times for me. Almost 3.
Yeah.
So close.
Almost 3.
Spick and span, girls! He loves us for our labors!
Shut up, earmuffs.
They just want everything to look pretty and perfect. There are people visiting. Foreigners. No, like government people. Diplomats. They'll be at your house tonight.
It looks kind of weird without all the dead bodies, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was actually going to say something about that.
I guess you get used to things being one way.
I was like, every time we've seen that wall, there's been people hanging there.
We have some important guests tonight. A trade delegation from Mexico. So, let's see you. You're fine, thank you.
Red's my color.
That was funny. Come on, laugh.
Well, that's lucky. I know that if spoken to, you'll speak wisely.
Well, try to. Speak wisely, Mrs. Waterford.
Please don't disappoint me. You can go.
She can't even look at that bed. You feel me? Like, that bed is just...
Wait. I'm not your boy toy. I need to be romanced.
Let us pray.
And the Lord God caused a thick sleep to fall upon Adam, and he took out one of his ribs, and he closed up the flesh and stacked thereof. Like that scrap.
If they don't get that the fuck out of here.
They were naked, the man and the wife. And they were not ashamed.
Could you imagine having to recite some goddamn incantations while smashing? Had to bring anointing oil to the bedroom instead of lube.
Your security should be here any minute.
Oh, man, that's... Never mind me,
You
I'm a
look very
fucking idiot.
handsome. They're having dinner at the home of a very powerful commander. Let them be nervous.
I really want to see how the rest of the world thinks. I wonder if the people who come in will be given a little wink or nod, like, hey, we see you.
Blessed be the fruit.
May the Lord open.
How's your day going? You look pretty.
Thanks. I wore it just for you.
You shouldn't wear anything for me.
Better stop for one of them Martha snitch. They over here playing handsy.
May the Lord open.
No. Mrs. Castillo is the ambassador.
Alfred, what is your given name from before?
I don't use that anymore.
Handmaids take patronymics derived from the head of their household.
Did you choose to be a handmaid?
Hell no, they got me cooped up in here. Yes.
It's an enormous sacrifice what you're doing.
The handmaids are having children for the entire nation. Alfred knows how grateful we are for her choice in this.
They love flaunting that Bible till they get asked what time it truly is. All of a sudden, it's, hey, you better lie. You know, the commander knows damn well she did, you know. choose that.
May I ask you, and I apologize if this is too personal, but you have chosen such a difficult life. Are you happy?
I have found happiness.
God has blessed our new nation, thank you, in so many ways.
I'm curious. How does the quiet half of the room feel about Gilead?
It's absolutely wonderful.
I'm blessed to have a home and a husband to care for and follow.
Never mistake a woman's meekness for weakness.
Clever.
Yes, it is. It's from A Woman's Place.
My wife's book.
I reread it on the plane. Domestic feminism, as it was called.
Wow.
Women were abandoning their families, and we needed to make a change. We were running out of time.
You were arrested for inciting to riot. Back then, did you ever imagine a society like this?
A society that has reduced its carbon emissions by 78% in 3 years.
A society in which women can no longer read your book.
Bye.
Or anything else.
It's safe to say Gilead has been blessed in so many ways.
If we don't make progress on trade in 6 months, our currency will fall off a cliff.
Good.
Consider that.
Die slow.
Well, if they made it and you had the full committee, what happened?
Nothing happened because all these men know how to do is talk. I honestly don't know if they have the faith to see this through.
We're going out.
No.
I wasn't asking.
Now it makes sense why she talks with the commander the way she does, because you'll notice it. She, even though she's a woman, she puts her input in, because she was a strong woman back then. She wrote books. I think that when this went down, they thought it was going to be, we're making some adjustments. They didn't realize that, no. The big adjustment is y'all aren't here with us. I won't say I feel bad for her or feel sorry for her, but I understand that character more and more.
You know, I was thinking fertility as a national resource, reproduction as a moral imperative. I think that's a really interesting idea, and it could make for a great second book.
Whoa, wait a minute.
It's a great idea.
Whoa. Is she partly responsible for this whole society being set up the way it is? Holy shit.
What?
It's happening. They issued the orders. 3 separate attacks.
When?
3 weeks. Congress first, then the White House, then the court.
Praise be. Things have to change.
I know. There's still gonna be a lot of pain.
There's pain now, so much of it. We're saving them. We're doing God's work.
He wants to see you in his office.
Did you see the way she looked at us? Like we were fucking freaks.
You are.
They to judge us.
You're fucking freaks.
What are they doing to save the planet? Don't they see the good work we're doing here? Am I boring you? Being in here is a privilege. Time to go.
Him and that woman, his wife, spend their whole time convincing themselves they did the right thing, or trying to convince themselves that.
I'm sorry. Can I stay here with you?
Kiss me. Sweet girl. Big day tomorrow. Get some sleep.
Even a toothbrushes are whack. Once he made it clear that I'm the commander, I'm here, you're here, it wise her up. She don't fuck with him at all.
Very nice. Please remove the damaged ones.
Whatever punishment these girls had to endure was for the greater good.
You don't put the bruised apples at the top of the crate, do you?
The bruised apples.
No, get off of me. No, I didn't.
Janine.
I didn't do
She just gave birth to a baby.
I just want to go to the party.
Of Warren.
I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do...
Janine,
It's not fair.
you're absolutely right. But sometimes we have to do what is best for everyone.
When does Mayday kick in, man? I'm getting tired of this shit. By the way, you see what I mean about how powerful they actually are? The entire Gilead is centered around the Handmaid, and they're making a show of them. They have no power. They took everything from them. But truthfully, the whole society is based on their backs. Imagine making a place a superpower with years of unpaid labor. If you get my drift.
They won't let you speak. I'm sorry.
It is what it is. Thank you for trying.
Okay.
You should be a part of these decisions. I'm gonna keep telling them that.
No, don't. We need to work together now, not argue amongst ourselves.
Was she upset?
Oh, just frustrated.
It's literally her ideas. They're basing this
Been
all off of.
involved in this from the very beginning.
Yo.
Well, this is our fault. We gave them more than they could handle. They put so much focus on academic pursuits and professional ambition, we let them forget their real purpose.
I mean, such horseshit. Like, such horseshit.
Good evening, everyone.
Ooh. Oh, no. Say, like, who let this talk?
Tonight is a celebration of Gilead and of what we have achieved. It is my honor to present to you the children of Gilead.
I hate this scene. I hate it. Yuck. All of these women's kids. And because she ain't seen babies in mad long, she like, oh, look, they did it.
What did they talk about last night? I don't know. You didn't hear anything? Schedules, dates? Why do you care so much? What did you hear?
What does it matter how many oranges we trade with Mexico?
You think they want to trade oranges? Don't be an idiot. Gilead only has one thing to trade that anyone wants. Red tags. They want to trade us, dummy.
Mexico, like, we ain't doing this with our own women. Shit. Gilead, we'll take some of yours. I really want their lives to turn upside down. Like, I want that house to get bombed, all that. I want chaos.
Are you heading in?
Senior staff meets at 10. You should be coming with me.
All soul, color, and life is being thrown in the trash. Boo. Who cares? Fuck out of here. Love? What y'all know about love? Like, I don't like them at all. I'm sorry.
I should have said something. I should have told her. I should have told her what they do to us.
You're being too hard on yourself in a room full of commanders.
No, I should have. I said I was happy. I can't be here. I can't be here.
Sit down for a second.
No, I can't.
Talk to me. Hey.
Don't.
Alfred.
You're an eye. You're untouchable. It's
not true.
Fuck you, Nick. Fuck you. They don't rape you, do they? He doesn't come in here once a month and read you a little scripture and stick his cock up your ass. I said I was happy.
Alfred.
Don't call me that. It's June. My name is June.
It's nice to meet you, June.
I'll let the commander know you're here.
Thank you. No rush. We are a bit early.
Oh, she gonna sneak and tell her something. Yo.
Be the fruit?
Mexican chocolates. From my hometown.
No damn Mexican chocolates. I
For
want freedom.
helping me understand your world a bit.
Do it, please. Do it.
But you don't understand. I lied to you. This is a brutal place.
Afraid?
We're prisoners. If we run, they'll try to kill us. Or worse, they beat us. They use kettle prods. If we're caught reading, they'll cut off a finger. Second offense, just the whole hand. They gouge out our eyes, maim us in worse ways than you can imagine. They rape me just every month, whenever I might be fertile.
I'm sorry.
They caught me. I was trying to escape. They took my daughter. So don't be sorry. Please do something.
She can't. Nothing she can do.
Can't help you.
That's how diplomacy works. We ignore your atrocities, you ignore ours.
What are you gonna trade us for?
Some of them chocolates.
Fucking chocolate.
Me and her had the same idea.
We're human beings. How can you do that?
There hasn't been a child born alive in Sipika in 6 years.
Alfred,
I have to go.
I don't know where your daughter is, but I think I can get a message to your husband. Lucas Bancol, born 29 April 1980 in Nyack, formerly New York State.
What the fuck?
He's alive. We don't have much time.
What the fuck?
June, write something. I'll try to get it to him.
First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. And I got a Patreon with full-length early reactions to things like this. Check it out. Hey, let's see. Hold on. Okay. I'm trying to see where I want to start because there were so many moments. You know what? Let's start with, man, the Waterfords. We see how they are before. She's an outspoken woman. She writes books. She didn't just write books. She damn near laid the outline for what they are now. She had the thoughts in place of what the theocracy, like, yeah, they did all the action and put everything in motion, the things that set everything up. But what it becomes, that's almost her vision based off what you hear her saying. So for Mrs. Waterford to then be cast out and her to play it like, oh yeah, I'm fine. No, we see her there, boom, I'm fine, okay, boom. They smashing and all that. We see they not smashing no more. We see they falling in line. At some point, did her feet get beat? Did they get in trouble for doing that? We're probably going to find out because of the way they do the flashbacks. But now we see her. She's smoking all the time. She's fidgety. Things are getting hard because she's realizing, oh, this isn't what I signed up for. So she can try to, under his eye and all that punk ass shit, she could try to do that and get her mind out of this. But no, you fucked this up. You see him saying at a certain part, they don't have the faith to do it, right? Because in certain circles, faith is almost like a currency. It's like they don't use it in the terms that other people use it in. They use it as like, it's almost markers. Like if you do something bad, oh, that meant you had less faith. If you do something that's for the good of the people, you have more faith. And the way he talked about it, I found that interesting. And to find out, it was Congress. So they went legislative, executive, judicial. And the reason they did that is, as I said, you can, if you get rid of the legislative, you could be in the executive's ear like, hey, you got to do this to respond, blah, blah, blah. And he has no one to stop him. Then you attack him. Now he's out of the way. He already put some things into place that now can't be counteracted. And the judicial branch at that point has no power. Why? Because who protects them? Like, who protects those 9 members? Like, who protects them? Fascinating stuff, right? Then we see her wanting to come to talk at one of their meetings. And the most eerie thing about all this is we're hearing that there was some sort of catastrophic change and there was a revolution, but all we see is the after part of it. And it just seems so cool, calm, collected, normal, regular. And she's there in the halls wanting to talk. And he's like, I can't, And she's like, well, okay, I guess. And as I said, it almost seemed like they cut a deal where she's in the background still helping. Because as I said, she had a say. She was writing books and she was an activist for what they believed in. Okay. Then we have the guy come out and say, yeah, we gave them too much hope. We let them go and do all that stuff. They ain't need to do that shit. They got one use. Okay. Crazy, right? By the way, it's one thing, those handmaids, they dress how they dress. The Marthas, they dress how they dress. And all the women, this is how fucked up it is. The men get to just walk around. You can't tell what's what because they all wear one thing. The only thing you can tell is one's a eye. Well, no, you can't tell one's eye, right? You can tell one's I guess, agent or whatever you would call it. The people who are protecting their soldiers or whatever. The commanders, you can see who they are. But nothing about it says who's sterile or anything like that, right? The women literally are walking around in colors that say, I'm meant for breeding. I'm meant for cooking, cleaning, and nothing more. I'm barren. Or I'm considered barren. Then we have that meeting between Mexico, and we had already heard they were trying to do some trades. They had laid the groundwork for that before. Trying to do some trades between Gilead and there. Mexico comes, and she even makes the mistake. She talks to him. He's not the one in charge. The diplomat is the woman. Okay. The woman is asking her because I'm trying to figure out how they, like, while I'm watching it, how they get her here to agree to this. She doesn't realize that it's not a choice. Now, this is where the coward fuck shit comes into play. You motherfuckers talk all that Bible shit. You motherfuckers talk all that, we're doing this under his eye, all that. But then when it really gets down to it, y'all gotta lie. Y'all can't just come out and say, nah, we wrangle these women up and had these motherfuckers pop out babies for us and we don't give them no rights, nothing. Why y'all hiding that? Why y'all hiding that? That's who you are. Because you're a liar, you're a scoundrel, you're a scumbag, and you know all of this is horse shit, fuck shit. Okay? So then we go to they having a gala. Is it a gala or just maybe I can't think of a better word. But anyway, the Mrs. Waterford comes out, the commander's wife. She says, line them up. And she's like, good. And I'm like, okay. And she goes, all the damaged ones you got to remove. Now, mind you, little by little, they've been showing women picking up stuff. They've been missing fingers. I've been noticing that. Then we saw one, she was in the line. You saw her missing a hand. Later on, when June talks to the Mexican diplomat, she talks about that. I'll get into that later, but she says, take away the damaged ones. We can't have bruised apples out there. And I'm like, what? Still not getting it. Still not getting it. Still not getting it. She referred to them as bruised apples. I still wasn't getting that they were showing them off like produce. And they walk in, and then they show the fruits of their labor. And they show them kids. And I said, that's the most demonic, wicked shit I've seen. And like I said, I'm not spooky like that. I don't believe in no religion or nothing like that. When I saw that, I'm like, this shit wicked. Okay? So when I see that, I'm going, what's going on here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? And old girl is talking to her like, oranges? What'd they say, oranges? Which I don't know if she's part of Mayday. She's been listening and all that. It could be she just talking back and forth, but, So she's like, yeah, they're trading red tags, not oranges. She's like, huh? I'm still lost. Like, red? Us, you idiot. And then it hits her. And then she makes eye contact with Aunt Lydia once again, who always looks disappointed. As much as what she's doing is wicked and evil, she doesn't look like a monster. She looks like some disappointed aunt. And the look on her face was like, yeah, I know. And even her thing with Mrs. Waterford, it was like she's trying to calm them down and settle them down. Even though the shit she's doing is wicked, she still treats it as more than a job. I don't like that character. I like what they're doing with the character, all right? To find that out, and it hit me, I went, yo, they talking about trading them. So when Alfred had told that Mexican diplomat how everything was good and all that, what else could she have done in front of everybody, commanders and all that stuff? And Nick, who is an I, was full on confirmed. It was confirmed before, but like the way she sort of laughed and he made that joke, I was like, is it still? Like, I'm still confused. Like, but he is an I. Because my man had the gun and all that, but I just thought he had that because he was a driver, We see her confide in Nick, and she's like, nah, my name's June. I don't want to be here. Like, they'll send me to a college. We can't be together. She's freaking out. Oh, by the way, after the meeting, once again, she already has made up her mind on that the commander, because the commander made it clear that one time they got together to play Scrabble, how he felt about the whole situation. And she was like, what was I even thinking? It cleared it up in her mind. Like, but she still could play. He tried to kick her out and she walked up on him. And like I said, she held the cards, but she was brushing her teeth till the blood was coming out because she don't fuck with him or that whole situation. He is the representation of that situation. I don't give a fuck if we see their backstory and all that. You know what I mean? He is who he is. All right. So then we get to the point where she tells the Mexican diplomat what she tells her. And I knew the whole time what her response was going to be because this is how diplomacy works. We ignore your atrocities. You ignore ours. Like, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Especially when you have something I have. If I'm not just going to come take it from you, this is what the diplomacy is. I got to hold my nose. You hold your nose. So she was like, I can't help you. I'm sorry. She's like, where we from? We haven't had one birth. And the issue is Gilead has a system in place where they were able to hunt down all the women who were able to give birth. And a lot of these places, they didn't. You know what I mean? They didn't. And unless there is just something in particular about the country where they have certain women that can do it. Now she goes off telling her everything. And she's like, yeah, this is hell basically. And she's like, you can't do nothing. That was all crazy. And like, damn, you felt that. But then the other guy who they would do little looks. Like when he said all that about when she in the original meeting in the commander's room said all that about how this is okay and it's, you know, I chose this. They did a little look at that. The I don't want to call him assistant, but the lower level guy of the diplomat. They did a like a little thing where you saw like, but I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, okay, he's just looking weird. But then he comes and he knows her husband's full name, the father of her child's full name. Hey, write something here. What? In Mexico. They was going towards Canada from what they said. So how the fuck is Mayday? You get what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. I don't even want to get into that. Hey, good episode. This one had me like mad different feelings, but good episode. Next episode.